The Scripps Howard Foundation honors excellence in community journalism. The winner, Lawless, by Kyle Hopkins, Lauren Holmes, Bill Roth, and Mark Lester with the Anchorage Daily News and ProPublica. The investigation revealed how public safety services are failing Indigenous people in Alaska. Among the findings, 1 in 3 Alaska villages have no local police. Convicted criminals are hired as safety officers in dozens of rural communities. And they reported wrenching stories like a grandmother turned police officer who hid rape victims in her own living room.
It was stunning, shocking, actually. The work that they did was unbelievable. What they did was basically take a hard look at how policing is taking place out in remote areas of Alaska. And what they found was there really wasn't any policing.
The reporting and data collection was helped with a grant from ProPublica.
ProPublica also gave them the guidance and the editing and helped them elevate the reporting to another level that a community newspaper may not have been able to achieve on its own.
I thought that the story did a really nice job of kind of putting a face to the larger problem. I thought it was just very well written. In just a manner that kept drawing me back to read more about what was happening.
We have to do lockdown. That's the toughest one. Also suicide or those are the very toughest ones. The domestic violence they're also the hardest ones.
Alaska has some of the highest rates of sexual assault and domestic violence, and nobody to protect the victims. The Anchorage Daily News took on that role. They had incredible visuals that helped take people to the places that they were writing about, where most Americans, never get to go. They proposed solutions. There were many tangible effects from this reporting, which was another reason that it rose to the top.
The U.S. Department of Justice pledged $52 million for improving policing. Alaska Governor Mike Dunleavy announced plans to post 15 additional troopers in rural Alaska, a 40% increase. Proposed legislation would change the hiring and screening process of rural officers.
When you talk about community and the importance of community journalism, I don't know if it gets any smaller than this. You're talking about remote towns with maybe dozens of people, or maybe, if you're lucky, hundreds of people. And for these journalists to take the time to look at this problem and really dive deep into it, as I said, was very impressive. It's far from being fixed, but if it wasn't for these journalists, you would never have known it was happening.